Hello, hello. I was waiting for a little bit more students to come. Uh, but I'm only at 28. I don't know why we do not have enough students. Okay. I'm not going to wait more than this. And we go straight into our course. By the way, we do not have much time for the exam. I think that the exam is going to be in 1 month or a little bit more. I think in May, maybe June, but I think it's going to be May. So you have to work. I have received a lot of work and I'm very happy. I have received a lot of homework, so many, but it's not, of course, this is nothing. It's just a list of adjectives. Now we have to start writing because this course is especially about writing. We do not have a lot of things to say in theory, but what we have is writing. So what I need is a lot of homeworks. So before this, of course, a few words about theory. You have everything in the site, how to write the introduction, how to write a 5-paragraph essay, how to write a basic essay. So you have everything. What is a hook? What is an attention getter? So you have everything in my homepage, and they are very easy to understand, very short, so you're not going to get bored. So listen to them, try to use them, listen again and again, and try to work with them. Yes, hello everybody. Hello, alaikum salam. All right, yes. So before I start, so you have to write something next week. We're not going to see each other next week. We're going to be online, but anyway, send me anything as soon as possible. Write. So we have to do a lot of writing, and this writing is something that is half the mark. It is something that I'm going to take into consideration in the last mark of the exam. I'm going to take it into consideration, so be careful. Okay, so now today maybe we're going to go to talk a little bit about an essay, a basic essay. Let me see. Do you see something on your screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So I'm going to just introductory paragraphs. So look at this one. I don't see whether it's a very good one. It's how to come up with a introductory paragraph. I'll see if it's going to work like this. See if it works. Does it work?
It does.
Does it work?
Yes, teacher, it works.
Okay, so let's listen together to this. Okay. So this is about an introductory paragraph. Before we start, I would like to touch 2 words to talk a little bit about this introduction, and then we're going to see together what we're going to do. So the introduction is something that is very important, as we are going to see. This is something that you're going to be marked on it. It's going to be graded in the exam. So when I correct your exam papers, I look at this introductory paragraphs and I see whether I have all the parts of the paragraph of the introductory paragraphs in it. Once you have the part, which is as we're going to see, the thesis statement. What is a thesis statement? I have to feel your position. I have to have the topic cited in the introduction. That is, what is the topic you're going to talk about, because in the exam you're always given at least two subjects or three, maybe two, and you have to choose one of them. So from the beginning, I would like to see what topic you are talking about. And I don't like to see number two or topic number one, because I simply don't remember which one is number one, which one is number two. So the topic has to be repeated inside the paragraph. I have to feel your position, and I have to have the main ideas you're going to develop in the essay. Okay, so let's start the video.
Teacher, the video is not heard. We don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
It's only you or everybody?
I don't
No,
really
we
know.
don't. We hear nothing.
I'm
Everybody,
not the only one.
Everybody.
everybody is.
So it's a pity. So I'm not going to do the video. I don't know why you can't hear. I don't know why. I don't know why. So let's just look at the introductory paragraph. Okay. Okay, so here, do you see the document? Do you see it?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, so here we're going to talk a little bit about the introduction. First, before doing this, I said that in the introduction, you have to start, you can go back to the video and see what we mean by attention grabber. So look at the attention grabber, something that you're going to use, a sentence, an idea that you're going to use to interest your reader. Because once the reader is interested, he would like to read your paper, and this is something that is artistic, it is technical, it is something that you have to do. It is not obligatory, but to have a good writing style, to have something that will make people wanting to read your work, is to use this attention grabber. So look for the attention grabber. What do we mean by the attention grabber? How you can use it. For example, you can use a question as a attention grabber. You can use a proverb. You can use statistics.
Metaphors.
Yes.
Metaphors.
Metaphors. Yes, you can metaphors. You can use something that is going to attract your audience or your reader. The sort of thing that when I read your attention grabber, I say, aha, yeah, what is she going to say? Yes, this interests me. So I would like to know what's going to happen after. So this is kind of a book. It's going to attract my attention. So this is what we call attention grabber. And we start our writing with a very good finding, a good attention grabber. Okay, so this is the first thing. It is not obligatory, but mostly.
Teacher, attention grabber, it's like the hook.
It is a hook. It is a hook, but when we talk about a hook, generally we talk about the hook that we put at the end of a paragraph that is going to be used as a hook to hook the following paragraph. But this is the beginning. We just call it attention grabber, but it is a hook. It is a hook. It's going to hook the attention of the reader. Okay? This is not obligatory, but it is kind of, when we in Islam, when we say it's not farida, it's sunnah. So Farida, you're going to mark, you're going to be penalized for it if you don't do it. Sunan, no, you're not going to be penalized for it, but it's not very, very good. You have to do it in a way. It is good to do it. Okay, so always try to find a good attention grabber. Now this is something I said you may not do, but I prefer that you do it. And then you move to something that is obligatory. What is the obligatory thing in an introduction? It is the thesis statement. There is no writing in the world, I mean, no good writing in the world without a good thesis statement. And this is obligatory. You're going to do it this year. And next year, if you are with me, we are going to repeat things because this is something that is, it is the writing. It is the essay. Okay? So what is the thesis statement? The thesis statement is first, what do we mean by statement? It is the position. What is your statement? What is your position? What you think? What is your idea? It is the things you think. It is your personality. So this is your statement about, and your thesis, how you're going to explain your statement. What is the thesis? What is the explanation? So it is what you're going to talk about and how you feel about it. Okay? I'll give an example. For example, you're going to talk about something you are against. So the reader should feel that you are not for these things. You are against. You're not going to say it because it's not very, very artistic. It's not very pretty to say, no, I am against, but no, but just show it. The reader has to feel things. It's very abrupt to say, I think this is my position. It's abrupt. It's not very good. It's not very smooth. So you just use words that are going to make the reader understand your feelings and your position, your statement. Okay? So, but before this, of course, maybe before this, you have to write the topic. You write the topic that you are asked to write about. For example, in the exam, you're going to give a topic to write, okay, a subject. So this subject, you take the words of this subject and you're going to repeat them, the same idea, but not the same words, the same sentence, but used in your own style. You're going to repeat it. You're going to interpret it there.
That's paraphrasing.
It's just like you're paraphrasing. It is obligatory that you rewrite the topic you're going to write about. Okay, you have to state it there. So you're going to use first attention grabber. Then you're going to follow it by stating the topic you're going to talk about, the subject you're going to talk about, and then after the subject, somewhere, somehow, you're going to make the reader feel your position, whether you're for, whether you're against, whether something that you like and you accept to do, something that you do not accept, something that you do not like. So all these things, you're going to make the reader feel them. You're not going to say them. You're going to make the reader feel them. Okay? For example, talking about rain or weather. So yes, someone is talking. So you're going to say that the weather, the global warming is something that is destroying the planet. And here you're talking, for example, about industry. So when you say that global warming from industries or destroying the planet, I understand that you're going to give argument against those industries that are destroying the planet. You are against. I understand it. Okay? You're not telling me I am against, but just through the simple sentence that global warming is destructing the planet, I understand. And the global warming is caused by industries. So I know now your position. You're not telling me your position. I do understand it from your sentences. So you give, I repeat, you start by a good attention grabber. You follow it by the statement of the subject. You have to tell what subject you're talking about and the position you have about the subject. Okay? So if you are writing, you have a pen and pencil, please write these things or write them in your computer or whatever you want. So these things, I'm going to repeat them again and again and again until the next year. I will still be repeating these things. Okay? And then after your position, you're going to give an overview about the things you're going to talk uh, in your um, in your essay. So most of the times, an academic essay, you're going to talk. You don't have time to talk about more than three ideas. You do not have time to develop more than three major ideas. So you're going to talk talking about, for example, global warming. You're going to choose three major ideas, and you're going to develop these three major ideas in three distinct paragraphs with three different topic sentences. Okay, so these three ideas you're going to choose to develop in your essay should be placed in your introduction. That is, when I read the introduction, I know what is your position, I know the topic, and I know the 3 points you're going to develop, you're going to talk about in your essay. If I don't have these things in the introduction, from the beginning, be sure that you will have a very bad mark, because each of them has uh, its own mark. All of them are going to be marked. So be careful. And then you finish with the concluding sentence. Yes,
Question.
yes.
Why do we have to include the three ideas that we are going to talk about in the introduction if we gave an overview or our you know the our position in the introduction? Why do we have to talk about 3 points in
Because
our
these are, yes, because these are two different things. Your position is one thing, but you
Mhm.
have to develop your position. You are against global warming. You are against industries. Yes, but why? Okay, why?
Yeah, it is. Are you asking me?
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you. You have to give these things. This, when a person is reading, he knows what he is going to find. Let's imagine you're just finding a piece of paper or a piece of writing in a journal or a magazine, and it's a good piece of paper, and you start the introduction, and um, you see that you read the introduction, and in the introduction, you know what are the ideas the person is going to develop in the writing in the paper. Already from the introduction, you know whether you're going to read the paper or not.
I got it.
Or,
Thank you,
okay,
Professor.
you're going to read the paper or not. You already know. If you want the details, you go and read. If it's something you know, don't read it. You already know it. If it's something you don't know, go read it. You will find answers to your questions. It is always the introduction that is going to tell you the position, that is the way, the high way of the work, and then what are the stations? What are the explanations? What are the developments? We have to have all these things in the introduction. So the introduction is something that is very difficult. You have to practice, 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 and practice. But once you get it, it becomes very easy, and you will become a very good writer just by practicing the introduction.
Clear, Professor. First,
Yeah.
do we have to do these things in our narrative in descriptive paragraphs or only the argumentative paragraphs?
Well, normally you do it in any paper you write. In any
Clear.
paper you write. Okay, whether
Yeah.
it be a letter writing, a report, a monograph, research, narrative. In narrative, for example, from the beginning, I see I can have in the introduction what you're going to talk about. Okay, that's the subject. It's an experience, your first experience in the faculty, whatever it is. So you are going to give the subject, talk about the subject. You're going to give your feeling, your statement, thesis statement. That is, I can never forget my first day, how difficult, how afraid I was entering the enormous door of the faculty. You see, we
Yeah, I
already
got
have the way. Okay, I know that you were afraid, that was what's your feeling, all this stuff. And then you're going to, for example, so I'm asking myself, yes, but what makes you afraid? Is it the big door? Is it the big garden? Is it the administrative stuff? Is it
We have to state
the
everything.
gardener? So I don't know. So from the beginning, you're going to tell, yes, the big door. Following the big door, there was that person standing there with a crown in his face. And after comes the administration who didn't let me in or something like that. So I know what you're going to talk about. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then in the first paragraph, you're going to talk, maybe you're going to describe the enormous door of the faculty. It was big, it was pretty, it was scary, it was this. In the second paragraph, you're going to describe the person, how he makes you afraid, how he behaves, whatever it is, how, I don't know, how the way you see him. And in the third paragraph, you're going to describe the administrative stuff of the faculty, the people working in the faculty. So like this, you're following a very good plan. So these three major ideas in the introduction is going to be the plan of your essay. Okay, that is the
Yes.
plan.
Thanks, Professor.
Okay, and then you go. So here we are talking about the introduction. So let's look at this document to see what you're going to put in your introductory paragraph. So here it says things not to do in an introductory paragraph. Apologize. So it's not only in the essay writing in the exam, but this you can find it, for example, when I give students to write a report. As I said, this introductory paragraph, you're going to find it everywhere, in a report, in a monograph, in a research, everywhere. So you have students starting their research with, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find enough students to answer my questions, my inquiries, or I didn't find enough time to. No, don't do that. Never apologize. Okay? If you didn't have time, well, you didn't have time. I don't know, but you don't say it. Try to make things in a different way, but never apologize in your writing. Never suggest that you don't know what you're talking about, or that you're not enough of an expert in this matter, that your opinion would matter. These things you shouldn't do. Okay? You shouldn't show that you're not a master of what you're talking about. Your reader will quickly turn to something else. Of course, if I read something in the introduction and I see someone, yeah, well, I'm writing this, but I'm not an expert. It's just maybe my feelings. I will not read the article. I will not read it. Okay? Then avoid phrases like the following. In my humble, or in my opinion, I'm not sure about this, but so in my opinion, you never use this. You never say, I think. You never say, I suppose. So just make your opinion there, but don't say in my opinion. And I'm not sure. Again, it's just like apologizing. I'm not enough of an expert. No, it's not good to say I'm not sure. Nobody is going to read, or nobody's going to like your writing. So this is the first thing. The second thing is announce your intentions. Do not flatly announce what you are about to do in an essay. So this we do it a lot in a research paper, but in an essay writing, a short essay, it's a short, a 5-paragraph essay is a short essay, and we have longer essays, sort of monographs. So here in this paper, I will talk about, I have students writing a 5-paragraph essay. Even in this paragraph, I'm going to talk about, in this paper, no, never announce this intention. Okay, the purpose of this essay, it is the same. Do not announce. Just start by attention grabber, stating the subject, making the reader feel your position, and giving the plan. That's it. This kind of language, do not use it. Get into the topic and let your reader perceive your purpose in the topic. Perceive your purpose. Feel your thesis. Feel your statement. Okay, get into the topic and let your reader perceive your purpose in the topic sentence of your beginning paragraph. So here we are talking about paragraphs, because in paragraphs we start with a topic sentence. You have already done this. Okay, and then use a dictionary or encyclopedia definition. And we see this a lot, and we have seen it especially when we have online exams. So very sorry to say this, but students would go cheat in the net, and they will bring very good definitions, and they cite them thinking that it is a good thing, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary of which it is. No, okay? Do not use a dictionary or encyclopedia definition. Although definitions are extremely useful, and it might serve your purpose to devise your own definitions later in the essay, you want to avoid using this technique beginning to an essay. It's not very good. You can use it, but I hope not. Dilly-dally, get to it. Move confidently into your essay. Many writers find it useful to write a warm-up paragraph or two even to get them into the essay, to sharpen their own idea of what they are up to, and then they go back and delete the running start. This is just sort of getting warmed up. Okay, you can put some sentences in a piece of writer just to get into the frame. Okay, good.
Professor, I didn't understand the last point. The dilly-dally.
Don't bother. It is just to go straight on it. Take a piece of paper and just write. Just to get started. You're going to throw maybe everything, but just it's a draft. It's not your essay. It's just to put things down. It's just a what do we call it? A first draft. For sure that those sentences you're not going to use afterwards. You're going to change everything. Just say bismillah and you start. So this dilly-dally is what students do sometimes in the exam. So they are given an essay writing. They take a piece of paper and they say bismillah and start. Dilly-dally, and they write and write and write.
Yeah,
with no structure, with no plan, with no good techniques, like a good introductory paragraph. And of course, in the writings, in the exams, you will find a lot of bad marks, like 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, because of this. Because I'm teaching you not to get, because what you think, students think that if they bring good ideas, they're going to get a good mark. Not at all. We teachers do not care about good ideas. Yes, we do care. They are good, but we do not mark the ideas. They are good, but we do not mark the ideas. What we mark are the techniques. Do I have the thesis statement? Do I have the feelings of the student? Do I have the 3 major ideas? Do I have them? Once I have the 3 major ideas, I check whether each paragraph is going to develop one of those major ideas. If I have it, yes, good, I have it. And then I see whether the topic is stated. Yes, it is stated. Whether there's a conclusion or a hook in the, yes, there is. And then I go to the second paragraph. The introduction is the first paragraph. And then I move to the second paragraph. I see whether the topic, I see first whether there is a topic sentence. There is one. Topic sentence, now you know. You have done this with your, with other teachers. There is a topic sentence. Whether the topic sentence is following the major idea I have in the introduction. Yes, it is developing one of the ideas I have in the introduction. And then after the topic sentence, I should have about 3 developing sentences. This topic sentence should be developed into other sentences. The idea should be developed. I have the development of that topic sentence. Then I move to the third paragraph, and I see whether I have the second major idea I have in the introduction. If I have it, yes, the topic sentence, there is a topic sentence, and it goes back to the introduction. Yes, it is there. Good. The student is doing well. He is developing that topic sentence. And I move to the fourth paragraph, which is the third body paragraph, and I see whether this third topic sentence, is there a topic sentence, and whether it is the third major idea that is placed in the introduction. It is. Nice. The student is about to have his passing mark. Okay, so half the things are there. If it is a very bad language, maybe he'll get an 8 or 9. But if it's a language that is so-so, at least he will get a 10 or an 11.
Professor, I have a question.
Yes.
Does the element of giving an overview on the subjects we're going to talk about does not equal the element of stating the subjects or the topic? Does not equal, because as you said, we have to include in our introduction and the attention grabber. The attention grabber. I'm sorry for this noise.
Doesn't matter.
The attention grabber and the subjects we're going to talk about, and our position, overview, then our points, the points we are going to talk about.
Well, the overview, what is the overview? You have to cite the subject. The attention grabber is at the beginning. It's maybe outside the subject.
Yeah.
It may be just a question. Do you know when is going to be the last day in this planet? Good question. I'd like to know. This is when you're going to talk about the global warming and you're going to discuss the industries and all this stuff. Maybe this is a good attention grabber. So it may be something that you're not going to discuss afterwards, but then you have to cite the subject, what you're going to talk about. And then the subject you're going to talk about, and you have to cite the 3 major ideas you're going to, the plan. And somewhere, you're going to make the reader feel your position. That's all. There's no overlapping.
I understand now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor. Yeah.
Professor.
Yes.
Umayma has just said that we have to give our point of view. But
Yes.
as I know, as a personal knowledge, I know that the point of view, it could be given in the last paragraph, the conclusion. We should fit it in the introduction.
You should make it's not I see your point. It's not the point of view that you're going to describe an argument. Yeah, in the introduction, you're going to give your position. It's not a point of view, but your position. Okay?
Whether you
strongly believe
it or we are for or we're
you're going to show the way you're going to take in your essay. You're not going to discuss it. You're going to make the reader feel it. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Yes. Then
Teacher,
yes.
you said at the first time that we have to present our ideas and the points that we are going to talk about in the introduction. But after that, here in this file, it's you said that we don't have to reveal our intention in the introduction. So how could that happen?
No, you have to give your intention, but don't say it. Don't say it bluntly.
Okay, we don't have to say it directly. So you
No,
have just
I have to feel it. Don't say, in my opinion, I think that this is what I feel. No, don't say it, but make the reader feel it.
okay. It's to add your personal touch without saying
Yes,
that you
without
are
saying things. Yes,
okay.
you say
It's like
things
we,
without saying them.
Professor, is
Got
we
it.
can give our position as a concession or a contrast. Like we say that we are for this, but we for some reasons, but then we are against it, and then we state our ideas. Is it the same?
Can you repeat? I don't get your point. Would you repeat?
Yeah, it's. I said sorry for the noise. I said in our position when we want to state our position, we can give it as a concession, like we say that we are for, or this one, this subject, for example, is positive in this corner, but we are against it for some reasons. I mean, just to give our position in a
Yeah, you may say, for example, take a sentence like, well, this thing you're talking about has so many good sides, but
yeah.
it doesn't lack it doesn't go without some negative points.
It's showing the concession
Yeah,
of the
yeah. So here
yeah.
I can understand that you're going to talk about. So if you use this kind of sentence, what I should find in your essay, I should find a paragraph or two where you're going to say, to show that this thing you're talking about is good, is positive, and then I'm going to find one paragraph or two where you're going to discuss the negative point about this thing. Okay, so you're going to follow what you have in the introduction. If you're going to talk only about the negative things, although there are some positive things, but you're not going to talk about them, you're not going to say it in the introduction. But
Yeah, I understand.
you may say, sorry, yeah, you can say, you may say sort of, yeah, for this thing, there are so many, or people think that this is so positive, so good, and it has so many tremendously good points, but there are some bad points or some negative points that people do not see.
That's what I was talking about
Yeah.
actually. I just
And
didn't.
now here, some of these points may be the lack of this, the emptiness of this, the growing of this. So these are already three negative points that you're going to talk about in the paragraph. So it is good. It is good because you show that people have this opinion, but you are going to show us. So I feel that you're going to show us that those negative parts that people do not see. It's good.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, yeah, you may do.
Teacher,
Okay, yes.
can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Teacher, the language should be good or perfect?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Is there a teacher on earth who's going to say, no, not perfect, good? We are teachers of language. We have to choose always the best thing. Of
Yes.
course, I would like all my students to have perfect language, better than mine. But of course, you do what you have. You use what you have. You have to do your best. And your teachers can feel when you are doing your best.
Okay.
Teacher,
You have to aim the perfect language.
Sorry, Professor.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, Samia said if you can just give us some topics that we can just talk about it in an essay.
In what?
In an essay.
An essay.
Yeah.
I can give you topics, but I prefer that you choose your own topics.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, but you know you have to write a lot, and you have to send me your writings, and these are going to be counted. Okay, so try first. First, I'm going to give you now. Yeah, I have to give you two things now. We have talked about the I have talked about the introduction, and of course the essay in general, the paragraphs with their topic sentences, and then the concluding sentence where you're not going to add anything in the in the concluding paragraph. You're going just to wrap up what you have already said, a sort of a summary, but in more force. It should be stronger. Your position is going to be stronger in the concluding paragraph. You're not going to add any new ideas in the concluding sentence. Now, this is, of course, how the essay is. So I'm giving you this because I want to give you everything about the essay now, because if we have problems and we're getting into the exam, you know how to write in the exam. This is all we have to say about composition. You know, there's not a lot of theory. What we have now is practice. Practice,
Teacher,
practice, and practice. This is yes. Yes?
should we write now an essay
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
and send it to you?
I didn't hear
Teacher,
you.
should we write an essay and send it to you?
Yeah, I will give you a homework, but yes, write essays, write. At least you're going to practice your language. Yes, you can write any essay, but each time I'm going to give you a homework. But essays,
Any
you can
topic,
write
teacher.
any topic you want, any topic, it doesn't matter. But now for this year, I'd rather not receive argumentative topics or personal topics or whatever. It should be narrative with descriptive. Okay. Generally, when we have narrative inside, we have the descriptive. So
There's any deadline?
there's no deadline.
Oh my.
Just write as much as you can. The deadline is going to be for the homework, but for the writing of the essays, you just write, and write. No deadline.
So
The
where
deadline
can
is
we
for the
send-
homework that I'm going to give you. Okay?
Where can we send you the essay?
Essays you'll send from now. But the homework I'm going to give you is about how to plan an essay.
Oh, okay.
And the homework is going to be to send me a plan. You take any subject you want, okay? And you're going to send me a plan. You can send me two files. One for the first draft is for brainstorming, and this brainstorming, I'm going to explain. A lot of you know already what is brainstorming. This is again the dilly-dally, and the other file, you're going to send me the plan of your essay. And in the exam, the plan is marked. Whether it be online or face-to-face, you have to give me two files. One file is going to contain the plan, and one file is going to contain the essay in itself. So other teachers maybe do not ask for the plan. They teach students how to use the plan, but they do not ask for it. For my students, I always, always, always ask for the plan, and the plan counts for half the mark of the exam
Yes, teacher.
mark. Hmm? Yes? What is it? Okay. So the plan. The plan should contain, so see in my home, see how you can come up, how you can brainstorm, how you can come up with a plan. You never, I estimate, I think, I'm sure, I am 100% positive that there's no writing without a plan. I'm myself cannot write anything without drafting a plan. Once I draft, this is experience. Once I draft a plan, I can write anything I want. Without a plan, I'm lost. So you are not better than me, I think. Yes, are you better than me?
No, you are better than us.
No, I'm not. Just joking. Okay, so, but be sure, I myself, I cannot write without a plan. I'm lost when I try to write without a plan. It's a mess. So I suppose that, and I'm sure that my students have to do the same thing. If you do not have a plan, you're going to give me a mess. So always, even if I don't say this, if I don't write it in the paper of the exam, I want my students to give me 2 files, one for the plan and one for the essay. And the plan, if the essay is going to mark, because normally I have a mark for your homework that is one third, let's say, I haven't decided yet, about 33, 40% of the mark. And then the exam is going to be, for example, 30 for the plan, 30% for the essay in itself. So my mark, my final mark is divided between the 2 things in the exam and the homework outside the exam. Okay,
Professor,
so yes.
I'm sorry for this. Concerning the homework, do we have to send you 2 files? One for the brainstorming and the other one for the plan, right?
No, I say 2 files, but it doesn't matter. It's just a way of saying it. But what I want is a plan. If you write an essay, do not send me an essay without a plan. I will not see it. I will not read it. I will just throw it away.
Clear.
If you want me to read an essay, if I want me to count an essay, it has to be sent with its plan. Okay? I hope it's clear. Please write this in your, put this in your WhatsApp group. An essay with no plan is not an essay. It's not going to be corrected. It's not going to be considered. Okay? Even if it's the best language in the world, it's not going to be considered. Okay? Then, what was I saying? Yes, I want that the, let's take this away. Arrêtez le partage. And go back. Paragraph. Okay, so I go back to the plan. Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Sorry? Okay, let's see the difference you have right now. I think you see. Okay, so the plan you have in the site, how to do a plan, how to come up. So there are several ways to come up with a plan. Either you can write lines, underlines with titles and subtitles. Okay, so you have number one, big number one, and you have a title, and then you have 1-1 subtitle, 1-2 subtitle, 1-3 subtitle, and then you go to another title 2, and then you have 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, or you can just draw a ring or a circle at the middle of the document, and you write the topic at the middle of the document, and then you go out with 3 lines from the circle, and in the 3 lines you write the major ideas, 3 major ideas, either in lines or in circle, and each major idea should be developed into 3 minor ideas. So I have to have these either this way or another way, but this is what I consider a plan to be sent with the essay.
Sure, we
Okay.
can send it as an outline. Plan as an outline.
Yeah, a plan or an outline, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. It's an outline, it's a plan. Okay, so you have to do this one, this outline. You have to send it. It is obligatory and it is marked. Okay, now for as a homework, I would like you to choose any subject you want. Okay, to come up with a plan. Okay, to come up with a plan, send me the plan and an introduction. Only the introduction. This is the homework. Now, if you want to send essays, you can always send essays and no problem. But this is the homework, and you have, for this one, the deadline is 1 week. So before next time, you have to have already sent me your homework about, and you write as an object when you send me the email, you write homework number 2. Okay, and if you send me an essay, you just write practice essay, so I can make the difference. So homework number 2, where you're going to choose any subject you want, you send me a plan of the subject and write an introduction. So how are you going to write the introduction? You're going to, now you have time at home, so take your time. Think about a good attention grabber. I want an attention grabber. I want a thesis statement where I want to feel your position. I want you to give me the 3 major ideas you're going to develop, and a concluding sentence with a hook. A hook is a sentence where you're going to introduce the paragraph you're going to talk about following the introduction, but you're not going to write the paragraph. You're going to write only an introduction. Okay?
Professor, do we
Yes.
have do a plan for the second homework you said, like to come up with the subjects and work only on the introduction? Do we have to make a plan for the introduction? I mean, the elements we're going to state in it, or it's not necessary?
You're going to give the plan of the essay, of the whole essay.
Ah,
But you're going only to write the introduction.
oh, clear.
Because
Clear.
I want to concentrate on one thing at a time. Normally, I ask my students at first hand to write and work only the plan. But now we do not have time to work only the plan. So we are going to work the plan and the introduction. And not the essay. The essay, if you want to write, that's just for you. Okay? But the homework is you choose any subject you want, you write the plan of the subjects, of the whole subject, but you just write in good English only the introduction. And you write in the object when you send me homework number 2, because number 1 were adjectives, homework number 2, introduction and plan. And if you want anything else, write just practice essays. If you want just to send essays. Right?
Yes.
Let's see, do I have any questions in the chat here, the discussion here? We cover. Mhm. Okay. Any other questions? No questions?
Teacher,
Yes.
there's no specific plan that we have to follow. For example, to write an essay, we have to just to make a plan the way we want. You got me? Or
What do you mean by the way we want?
just like to write the introduction. I mean, what we the idea of the introduction. After that, the body. The first one, the first idea, the second one, and the third one, and after that, a conclusion.
Yes.
Just like this.
So what you're going to write in the plan is just the introduction. You just write introduction, but you're not going to give the plan of the introduction. The introduction, you're going to write it, following the plan, what you have. But in the plan, you're going to talk about, you have to give me three major ideas. Three major ideas. The three major ideas are going to be the topic sentences of your three body paragraphs. And under the major ideas, you're going to give me each major idea is going to be developed into three minor ideas or developing sentences.
Details, yeah.
Okay, so it's the ideas you're going to talk about. So this is going to be the plan and the introduction. In the introduction, you're going to take all this into consideration. You're going to take the major ideas you have given me, that is the three topic sentences, the idea you're going to use in the topic sentences, and you're going to use it in the introduction.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm going to make the link between your plan with the major ideas and the introduction. I'm going to make the link, and I see whether you are applying what you have learned. That is, whether you're putting the things you're going to talk about into the introduction. So we're going to focus on this, because if I give you the whole essay, you're going to get lost. So only the plan and, of course, the introduction. And we'll see next week how it's going to work. So as I said, I normally work only the plan. And then I take sessions to work only the introduction, until finally we'll work the essay. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? And I don't know, yes?
Teacher, do you correct those exercises that we sent to you?
Yeah, I have seen them, but I'm not going to correct because you're sending me just words with their definitions or uses. I'm not going to correct it. These are things I have taken from dictionaries. I'm not going to correct the dictionary, but I have read them. I have looked at them. Some have done very serious work. Some have sent me up to 6 pages full. Some have sent me only 1-2 pages, and some have typed something in the message. That wasn't serious enough.
Professor, are you going to send us the link of the plan in here or in the ANSI?
No, you're going to
The
send
link
me
of the
in the mailbox, in the composition mailbox. You're going to send me your work in the composition mailbox. Composition dot.
So you won't send us. You won't give us an example of how we work on a plan.
You have everything. You have the video we were going to watch. You have it there. You just watch it alone.
Okay, it's clear.
It's very clear. It's very clear. I was going to do it with you now, but unfortunately you didn't have the sound, and I don't know why. And it's not the first time that I'm trying this. It doesn't work. I don't know why. I have to fix this and see why. So you're going to send me, you look at my page, so look at how you write an introduction. It's very clear. I liked it very much, and that's why I put it there. You're going to look around there, and you're going to write and send the work on composition.2.20@gmail.com. And you write in the object homework number 2, homework 2, if you want to add plan and introduction. If not, it doesn't matter. But anyway, write homework 2, or homework number 2, doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay. Any more questions? Unfortunately, I get only 31, because 32 is with me, about 30 students attending this live. It's a pity. Anyway, the exam maybe is going to be face to face, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it will be face to face.
Yeah, they told you?
Yeah, Mr. Torabi told me yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but up to now it's going to be face to face if things don't change again. We don't know, we never know, we are never sure, but I think 80 to 90% is going to be face to face. And I think we're going to take all the faculties for us for a week. That is, our students are going to go to the faculty, to the FSD, the others faculty of droit, and some are going to stay at our faculty. I think, not sure. Okay.
And he told me the exam will be in next month, maybe in 24.
Yes, maybe yes.
Mm.
And that's why I cannot go with you, do the plan now, introduction now, because we are in a hurry.
Yeah.
Okay. No more questions. Okay, then. We call it a day and see you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes,
Okay.